Hello, everybody. Welcome to my live stream. I'm on board Emerald Princess right now. I just got on board today, been on for a few hours, and I'm off on a British Isles cruise. Very, very exciting. Testing out this internet, seeing if this works. It looks good to me. So let me know if you can see me and let me know if you can hear me. We're still in Southampton at the minute, sailing away. Not really sure when, but we will see. We will see on this live stream. Hello to everybody who is already in the chat. You can see yourself. You're in there in my computer in the reflection. Yes, I think we're good. I think you can see me. I think you can hear me. This is looking good. I tried to put the quality down as low as I could on this live stream, hoping that it wouldn't kind of buffer and stick. But yes, hello John, hello Kevin, hello Dale, hello Ben. Ben says, will all the food on board be British specialities? I don't think so, to be honest. I think it's interesting because most of the people who take a British Isles cruise aren't British. It's a lot of people from America, it's people from Australia, it's people from Asia, people from all kinds of places. Glenn says we can see you 3 times, at least 3 times, perhaps more if you look into the reflection. But Princess aren't known particularly for their British specialities. That's not really a thing. And I mean, I took a Princess cruise in Asia. We didn't have Asian food on board. It wasn't local food. It was just all kinds of random stuff. So we will see. We will see. If you do have a question for me, I'm going to do my best to answer as many questions as I can. If you can start it with question in capital letters, just makes it easier for me to see what is a question and what is just everybody talking about things. David is still at home, just got the all clear from my cancer. Oh my goodness, David, I'm so happy to hear that. Oh, amazing. Hopefully you can get out on some adventures now. That is so good. Yeah, Kevin says, please remember Emma's on board and the network stream may be intermittent. I think that's fair. I think that is fair. Oh my goodness, so many questions coming in already. Thank you so much. My comments are kind of jumping up and down a bit, but this seems okay. Yes. Any free cookies yet? I haven't had any cookies yet. So I came on board at lunchtime. The embarkation process was so unbelievably easy. I set a timer on my watch to see how long it would take from walking into the terminal to getting on the ship, and it was 12 minutes. And if you think, when we went and did the first kind of cruises out of the UK after the pandemic, my first one, MSC Virtuosa, took 2.5 hours. So 12 minutes is so much better, so much better. Hello to Tom and Dom. Nice to see you in the chat. And actually, we got on board so early today, I managed to go to lunch, which was so good. And the main dining room was open, which I always like. I haven't been on a cruise for a while where I've been on for lunch. Normally you embark, 3 p.m., something like that. But we were Group A. The app worked perfectly. I know a lot of people have had trouble with it, but before we went on the cruise, we entered all the information. We had Green Lane A. It did kind of keep refreshing and kind of losing Green Lane A, but as soon as I had Green Lane A, I just screenshot it. And then when we got to the port, literally passport, show them the QR code. That was it. Pick up your medallion. I already had this wristband from a Sky Princess cruise I did last year. Amazing. I managed to keep it, not lose it, but I put my new medallion in there. So that is very, very cool. What capacity are you sailing at? I have no idea. I will go to reception at some point and ask, but they don't tell you that ahead of time. I will find out. I'll find out. Jane says, excited for you. Toast us with your first Pepsi Max. It is a Coke ship. I have to say it is a Coke ship, but I have had some Cokes. John says, who is on board with you? Thank you, John, for my super chat. My brother is on board with me. He's hiding just over there in the cabin. Thankfully, he's very kind. He's agreed to just be quiet for this live stream. So he can come in if he wants, but he's quite happy over there. So that's good. Do you have a balcony or an ocean view? I have a balcony. It's just to that side. That is what is lighting my face. I booked this cruise, I don't know, 18 months ago, something like that. And it was very, very cheap, for a 12-night cruise we're doing. Can't remember how much I paid, but you could get this recently. If you did it a couple of months ago, you could get the 12-night cruise for like £800 inside, like £1,000 for a balcony. So yeah, pretty good. Don't know if people are fed up of going around Britain, but it is what it is. If you do hear kind of there's people outside moving their chairs and things, that is what that is. But that's what happens on a cruise ship. Hello to my new member. You now have access to 104 podcasts, a Discord chat, all kinds of things. So I will see you in there. If you need anything, message me in there. Alan says his sister is working on a ship as a dancer and a singer. Amazing. I'm looking forward to the entertainment. 12 nights is a long cruise. It really is to me. Yes, It was really long. Kim says, "Have you ever been to Canada? If not, you should come." I have been to Canada, and I will be coming back. I will be coming back. Molly says, "Can you take your carry-on luggage to the main dining room for lunch?" Yes, absolutely. And some people do choose to bring bigger bags. I've just got a little handbag. But if you choose to bring a big suitcase, they have a place at the beginning where people kind of leave them. So yeah, lots of people have them. That's not a problem. Hello, Justin. Hello, hello, hello. Jonathan, you made it. Oh my goodness. Hi. Julie just found out about duck hiding. I've never hidden a duck on a cruise ship. I've never found a duck on a cruise ship, but people do it. Yeah. Picture freezes occasionally. I will take that. So I'm ringing to your voice. My voice should be the same as normal. I've got the same microphone on. But yes, if it's okay. And you can see me in the mirror. Yes. Just disembarked the Celebrity Silhouette. Yeah, so Celebrity Silhouette is sailing away right now. I think she's gone or she's sailing at the minute. And we've also got Virtuosa is in here for a short 2-night cruise, I think she's doing. So if you're on either of those ships, hello to you. Hope you have a good cruise. What should I wear for a sail away party? That's a very good question, and it depends on the weather. It is horrible weather here today. It is pouring with rain. It is very dark. It is not nice. It's not nice at all. But I think the weather's going to get better. So I'm hoping for blue skies. Blue skies. Yes, I'm in Southampton, UK. How do you pay to have Discord access? So I have a Discord server for my Patreons and my channel members. So if you press the join button here or join us on Patreon, you have direct access to me and everybody else in there. It's a nice place. When would you recommend a balcony over an inside? I would recommend you watch my last YouTube video that just went live a couple of days ago, because it is exactly this. I upgraded from an inside to a balcony for my Norway cruise. Was it worth it? Would I go back inside? I have booked inside cabins since then, so that says something. But I am on a balcony today, so yeah, I think there's different places. It depends on how much it costs, to be honest. Oh my goodness, the questions are jumping up and down. Thank you so much. Wow. Yeah. Planning an Alaska cruise. I hope to get back to Alaska next year, I think. Yeah, there's no time this year, I don't think, but next year Alaska would be good. Would be good. What county do you live in? I live in Sussex. Woohoo! Sussex. Emma says, would it be cheaper to book for next April, May now, or wait till nearer the time? It depends what you want, because you could wait until nearer the time and not be able to book the cruise. This cruise, I think, was sold out before we went on this cruise. And there's no guarantee. It could be way more expensive. If so many of the cabins are sold out, they've only got 10 left, they're going to put the prices on those up loads. Normally, the last 2 to 3 months, the price will come down. No guarantee, though. So if you really want to do it, book it now. If you're like, I don't really mind, if it works, then maybe wait and see. But it's always a risk. It is always a risk. Are you sailing on MSC Europa on their maiden voyage? No, I'm not. I have not got any plans for that. Oh, thank you for my super chat. Oh, a question I need to think about. How many ports are on this cruise? So we're a 12-night cruise. We've got 2 sea days. Every other day is a port. So we're off to Guernsey tomorrow. I've never been on a cruise that's made it to Guernsey. The weather has always not worked out. Then we've got Cork, we've got Belfast, we've got Liverpool, we've got Glasgow, we've got Le Havre in France. Not in British Isles, but we will enjoy it. And Liverpool. That'd be really, really cool. Oh, I see people saying hello to Paul and Carol. I don't see you, Paul and Carol, but I will trust that you're in here. There you are. Hello, Paul and Carol. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Is there any part of the cruise you're particularly interested about? Says Mike. I'm interested in this cruise being very relaxed, very, very chilled out. My last cruise, I did a cycling cruise across Germany. Fantastic, but exhausting. And this one, I want to be the exact opposite. It's very, very easy to take a British Isles cruise if you're, I'm British. If I need anything when I'm on land, I can just do everything the same as I would at home. So I'm hoping just relaxing. That's what I'm looking for. There's plenty of swimming pools on princess ships. The food's pretty good. I had a good lunch. If it carries on like this, I'll be pretty happy. Did you pack a good umbrella? I didn't pack an umbrella. I don't really use umbrellas. I'm more someone who will put on a raincoat and pull it right to their face. So we've got coats, but I didn't pack umbrellas. Yeah, I do have a big suitcase for me though. I say big, it's a medium-sized suitcase. Great hair, love it. Thank you very much. This is May, June, July, August, 3 months or so of hair as it grows out of my head. I've had one haircut just to kind of tidy up it, but yeah, it's not the worst thing ever. I think I'm over the worst. Yeah, Gary says, does anyone ever actually get to land in Guernsey? That was our first port on our cruise 2 weeks ago, and the weather stopped it. It's just because you have to tender into Guernsey, and when it's windy, you can't go there. I would say it's 50-50 if you get into Guernsey, to be fair. But I do have on my travel insurance missed port cover. So if I don't get a go, I think I get £75, £50, something like that, which is definitely a benefit of getting travel insurance. Even if you don't want it for the other things, quite a lot of cruises do miss the ports. So yes. Oh, Paul and Carol, good question. Looking forward to your comparisons to Sky, old versus new. What has been your observation so far? My main observation coming on this ship is that it is exactly the same as Ventura, P&O's Ventura. I'm walking around and I'm like, I recognize all of these places. I took a cruise on Golden Princess back in 2018. It's exactly the same. So I almost, know what is going to be around the corners. Some places are slightly different. It might be a nightclub instead of a lounge, or a different restaurant instead of another one. But yeah, it feels very, very familiar. And the princess ships all do. Even if it's Sky, even if it's an old one, you kind of recognize it. So yes. Michael says, thank you for showing me how awful cruising would be for me. You've saved me a lot of money. That is fantastic. That's what I want. Every time I see a comment that says, this is terrible, I would never do this, good, because I don't want you to buy it if you're not going to like it. So that is what it is. Yes, John says, super job, moderators. Thank you so much. Thank you, moderators. Should I take a Carnival cruise, says Will? Absolutely you should. Of course you should. Oh, Logan says, lovely accent. Thank you very much. There's mostly American accents on this cruise that I've heard so far. It makes sense. If you're going to come over to Britain, you're going to come here, you might as well see as many ports as you can. I'm just hoping that the skies get a bit bluer. This is the best time for weather in England. This should be the warmest weather. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Are the passengers and crew wearing masks? Only the crew are wearing masks. Passengers don't have to wear masks. I do think, well, I have heard that on the last cruise, the passengers had to wear masks halfway through because COVID broke out on board. But COVID is on every cruise. Statistically, if you get thousands of people together, some of them have COVID. We've all done a COVID test. We just had to promise that we'd done a COVID test. I did do one, but yeah, it is what it is. The room you are in, is it dated? Oh, that's a good question. It's definitely, Princess cruise ships are definitely, it's not dated as in like run down and old, but the style is a lot of wood, and it is a lot more, it's not like an MSC modern, like there's no crystals or glass or anything like that. It's personal preference, of course, but some people would say it's dated. This cruise ship's from 2006, but even if you cruise on a new princess ship, it's all kind of the same style. So I don't know. It depends on you. It's interesting to note that up here, I'm mirrored. Up here, there used to be a little TV, and now we've got this big TV. But this is kind of just left there. There is a plug socket there though, which is good. Paul and Gareth, I would say, sorry if we missed this. Are you streaming this on 4G or Princess Wi-Fi? This is on 4G. Princess Wi-Fi. Yeah, no, it's not going to do a live stream. I'm kind of testing it all the time to see how fast it is, but it wasn't even 1 megabyte. I think the engines have just started because it is rumbling. When we start sailing away, I'm going to have to go because I'm going to lose the 4G at some point. And I do not want to connect to the maritime network. So we will see. But I'm pretty sure the sail away party's at 5. But the ship has turned on. You can tell. Oh, a good question. Lulu. Only ever cruised in the summer months. Is it high risk to cruise over Christmas or New Year in fear of seasickness? It depends where you go. I spent Christmas on a very seasick cruise, but I booked an itinerary. Well, I didn't book the itinerary. I booked an itinerary. It was cancelled. This was the replacement. They said, do you want to go or not? Of course I want to go. If the option is not go or go, it is go. But we cruised down to the Canary Islands. So we had 3 sea days at the beginning going through the Bay of Biscay over Christmas. So it was kind of every risk factor together. There's a lot of storms down there that time of year. And if I was to do another cruise, I absolutely will cruise over Christmas. Yes, I've cruised, November, December into January. That's not a problem, but I wouldn't pick one with so many sea days in certain places. So maybe I would be a bit more cautious in the winter because that Christmas cruise really was quite, yeah. John says, "Are you sure the rumbling isn't your brother's stomach? If someone's stomach rumbled that loudly, I would be very, very concerned. But no, we've just had lunch, a big lunch, 3-course lunch. I think we're okay." June says, "Emma, how late am I? 15 minutes and 33 seconds late, but that's okay." Oh, Peter says, just got upgraded to the top suite on Royal. Any tips for getting the most out of it? I'm not the person to ask about this. If you can ask Gary or someone who cruises in suites, they will be able to give you a better answer. I'm not sure because I don't know what I would do if someone gave me right now like a butler. I don't know what I would want them to do. I'm just unpacking at the minute. Maybe they could hang up those things for me, but yeah, I wouldn't know. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, Wi-Fi was one on Uncharted 2. Yeah, we will see. We will see. Yes, thank you, Kevin. This is my review of that cruise on Ventura. It was a great cruise, but we couldn't get into the first port because of the bad weather. We had so many storms. We sailed away at 2 in the morning one day because the weather, and we had a medical emergency. So it was a lot. It was a lot. Hello, cruise boys. You made it. It's nice to see you. Alan says, "Have you done the chef's table? Are they worth it?" It's not worth it to me, but it's worth it to some people. It depends how much you value that. I'm not a massive foodie. I'm not. It's just for me, not so much, not so much. I haven't had any cookies yet. I have walked through the buffet. That is it. But I haven't found any cookies yet. But Princess are very good at cookies. I'm on here for 12 nights though, which is going to give me a lot. Like 12 nights feels like you live somewhere by the end of it. So I'm going to know this place inside out, I think. Have the butler press your clothes. That will be good. I need to iron this really, but I thought the quality is bad enough on here. It doesn't matter. We'll try and impress you with my ironed dress. Yeah, Sean loved the chef's table. Yeah, I meet plenty of people who really love it. But it's just, yeah, just not for me. Not for me. Norfolk boy, hello to you guys. Met you guys on Morella, Ella. Is there endless Coke? So I do have the Princess Plus. It was £30 a day to buy Princess Plus, which gets you drinks, internet, and gratuities. I'm not sure that it is going to be worth it for me, to be honest. I always pay my gratuities, that's fine. But the internet, it doesn't seem like I'm going to get massive amounts of benefit from it. And am I going to drink enough to make up the rest? I don't know. I think I'm going to have a strawberry daiquiri after this. It is not strawberry daiquiri weather. It is rainy. It is gross out there, but that's what a British Isles cruise is. Justin says, "Are you going to test the medallion once and have them bring cookies and a drink to where you're hiding?" At some point, yes. I will say we haven't used the medallion to order drinks yet, just because of the crew are there. They always come up to you and ask if you want a drink. And from experience, that's normally faster. So I don't want to give people extra work for no real reason. Is Princess Coke or Pepsi? It is Coke. It is a Coke ship. I did just put together a big guide on my website of cruise lines, Coke, Pepsi, pictures of me drinking them all. Which ones have dodgy fountain soda? I have a guide to this now. Yeah. People always tell me to stop drinking soda, but I would say stop commenting on things I didn't ask about, to be quite honest. Love soda, love soda. Kevin says, "Please don't forget to hit the like button. It really helps." It really does, yes. It just gives YouTube kind of a good sign that you want to see more of my face. Coke it is. 30 days until my cruise. It is Coke, yes, it is. It is. I think the one I had earlier was a fountain something. But it was not bad. Sometimes fountain soda is really gross, but this one wasn't bad. Oh, I gotta move. I'm sitting on my foot. There we go. Have you ever done a Mexican cruise out of Los Angeles? No, that sounds like the dream. But blimey, Los Angeles is a long way away from the UK. Long way. What is the best cruise you've ever been on? I think it is my Princess cruise that I took on Golden Princess. Singapore to Tokyo, every single day. Just unbelievably cool. Unbelievably cool. Yeah. So yeah, and Princess was just very, the food was good, the entertainment was good, it was nice and relaxing. So yes, I think that's my answer. Good afternoon, Hudson. Jono is at home looking after Hudson, so Hudson will not mind that I've gone. He prefers Jono over me for sure. Yeah, Jen says, great way for people to think about judging your soda consumption. Yes. Logan says, do you get perks because of your channel? No, I don't. No, I can't think of any. No, I paid for this one. This is a normal cruise. I suppose I did take a press trip with Princess last year, so that was a perk. But that was more of a working cruise. It was with journalists. It was certain presentations you needed to watch and stuff. This is just a normal cruise, just a normal family cruise. There's not really any perks they could give me because I bought the drinks package. Like, I don't know. Is Baby Hudson with you? Baby Hudson is not with me, and I just realized this now. Sorry, guys. What's for squash? I have bought some. Can you see that there? That is a tiny little squash. So I've got 2 little squashes. I bought one, and my brother bought one because we're both the same. We both think the same way. We've got little squashes. Oh.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, the captain. Again, it gives me great pleasure on behalf of my entire ship's company to welcome on board all of you joining Emerald Princess today. For all those who have previously sailed with us, a very warm welcome back. And for those of you remaining with us from our previous voyage, I hope you've had a fantastic day here in Southampton. I hope that all of you will enjoy a fantastic holiday with us as we make passage clockwise around the British Isles, calling into the Channel Islands, Ireland, and also, of course, dipping briefly into France. My team and I will certainly endeavour to do all that we can to make this so. For the benefit of those of you joining today, I'm talking to you using the emergency public address system, which goes to every loudspeaker on the ship, including the one in your stateroom. As we wish to respect your privacy, my Sea Day noon broadcast and other routine announcements concerning shipboard activities and such will not come into your cabins directly. Should you wish to monitor these broadcasts, please turn your cabin television set to live TV and then bridge cam, which is the view of the ship's bow, and then these announcements will come over your television speakers, provided, of course, that you have the volume turned up. I've now received confirmation that all our guests and crew are on board, and we're just finalising our pre-departure checks up here on the bridge and down in the engine room. And once they're satisfactorily completed, the ship is secured for sea. We will set sail. Once we get on the move, we'll thrust sideways off the berth just a few meters and then begin moving ahead, turning slowly to port to align Emerald Princess with the main navigational channel. And then we head down Southampton water under the guidance of our local pilot. As we make that passage, we pass several landmarks which will be clearly visible from the open decks. Netley Abbey will be on our port side, followed some 30 minutes after departure by the BP refinery at Hamble, also on our port side, and the sprawling Exxon refinery at Fawley to starboard. Shortly after this, we'll pass Calshot Spit with its seaplane hangar, which is now a velodrome, the Coast Guard lookout tower, and Calshot Castle, built in 1539 by King Henry VIII. We then enter a series of tight bends around an area of shallow water in the central Solent, known as the Bramble Bank, and enter the Solent itself. Heading east, we'll pass Queen Victoria's holiday home on the Isle of Wight. That's Osborne House, just visible as 2 towers with a flagpole, and probably a flag, above the trees on our starboard side. Our departure will pause briefly in the Solent as we perform an adjustment of our magnetic compass. This is an age-old operation of calibration, which involves rotating the ship whilst a compass adjuster corrects our magnetic compass for errors. Our magnetic compass on board Emerald Princess is on deck 15 forward above the bridge. I anticipate that this operation may take around an hour or so. Once the adjuster is happy, we will resume our departure, passing between 2 defensive forts south of Portsmouth, known as Palmerston's Follies. These were built around 1859 and form a part of the defences against any invasion by France at that time. And then some 3 hours after our departure, our local pilot and the compass adjuster will disembark near to the Nav Tower, south of Portsmouth. The Nav Tower was planned for anti-submarine protection in the Solent in World War I. It was sunk over the Nav Rocks east of the Isle of Wight to replace a lightship after the war, and is a well-known landmark for recreational sailors and merchant shipping, as it marks the deep water eastern entry into the Solent. Courses will then be set for our first port of call, which is St. Peter Port on the beautiful island of Guernsey, and where we will arrive at the local pilot station for 06:15 tomorrow morning, ahead of anchoring for 0700. Our water shuttle tender operations using the ship's tenders will begin shortly after this. Total distance between Southampton and St. Peter Port, 145 nautical miles, require an average speed of 13.8 knots or 15.9 miles per hour. The overnight weather: clearing skies, the air temperature high 19 degrees Celsius, 66 degrees Fahrenheit, northwesterly wind 10 to 15 knots, and a slight sea. And for tomorrow, in the Channel Islands, sunny skies, the air temperature 18 degrees Celsius, that's 64 degrees Fahrenheit, northwesterly wind of 10 knots, gusting up to 15. Here's just a final bit of safety information before we get going. Once underway and then in the open sea, ship movement can be expected at any time. With this in mind, please take care when moving around on board. Please use the handrails provided in the alleyways and on the staircases, and watch for swinging doors. Never place your hand on any part of a door frame to avoid risk of injury should the door move unexpectedly. If you require assistance at any time, please ask any member of the ship's company. Please also ensure that your cabin is and remains secured for sea, with all breakable and valuable items safely stowed against any ship movement. Please don't forget that as a ship, Emerald Princess has many doors which have a raised threshold, including those onto the outside decks and into your stateroom bathrooms. Please take care not to trip when passing through these. Please also be aware that some decks may be wet at times, particularly around the swimming pools, and as a consequence, they may also be slippery. You may encounter unexpectedly strong and gusting winds on the open decks, so please take care. Use the handrails and ensure that your personal belongings, such as hats and sunglasses, as well as anything that you are carrying, are attached to you or held securely in your hand. Do not allow anything to be blown over the ship's side. Because of weather and sea conditions, it is sometimes necessary to restrict passenger access to some outside decks. Please respect these restrictions, which are put in place for your safety. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attention. I look forward to seeing you around the ship in the coming days and to broadcasting to you again tomorrow. But in the meantime, I hope that you will enjoy your first evening with us and our sail away from this famous and interesting port. Once again, welcome on board and a very good afternoon to you.
Well, that was nice. Oh my goodness, that was at least 5 minutes. Well, there you go. That's as close to bringing you on this sail away as I can get to. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that. I kind of expected to see a drop off in the viewers, but we have more viewers than ever. You guys love listening. Yes. No, it's very cool. Don's in here. Hello, Don. Don's on Royal Princess. Took 15 minutes to send this email. Oh goodness. Yes. Oh wow. Oh, I was so many comments since that. Oof, sad that it stopped. Wow. Yeah, I'm not planning on going live every day to do the announcements. I don't know when they're going to be, but I will look forward to that. That's the first I've heard from him. No more questions. Thanks, Captain. Yes, we're definitely kind of moving off soon, so I'll have to go when we do because I'm going to lose my forging. But that was very nice. Yes, that was a lot of history. A lot of history there. Yeah, it does have quite a long announcements. Was on the ship beginning of August. Yes, very cool. I'm sure I've missed some questions. I'm sorry if I have. I do my best to answer as many as I can, but so many comments came for the captain there. So many. Are you going to make a video about Explorer MSC? I need to go on the cruise to do that, so no plans to at the minute. Oh my goodness, so many comments. I saw a question about this ship being an older ship and if I prefer older ones or new ones. I like both, I think. Thank you, Darren, for my super chat. That's appreciated. Can you point the camera out the window? You can't see anything other than a ferry. Like, I've got a terrible view. There's nothing to see there. Nothing to see. And it is so rainy. It is so gross. I think it's better if we stay. Better if we stay in here. Need horns, says Carol. I can't control that, I'm afraid. Can't control that. Wayne asks, are there any cruise lines that don't require vaccines? There are loads. Almost all the cruise lines are dropping their vaccine requirements. Normally, you just need to do a test if you're unvaccinated. Some cruise lines, you don't need any tests if you're vaccinated. But yes, yes. Please address the price penalties of being a solo traveler. I don't know what you want me to address about that. I don't think I could do about it, really. If you're interested in solo travel, Cruises for Solos is a really good Facebook group. They know a lot more than me. Or if you go to emmacruises.com, type in solos. I have guides on there. Thank you, Nora, for my super chat. That is much appreciated. David says, what is the best food item in the buffet so far? I've not been to the buffet so far, so I can't tell you, but I would bet good money on it being the cookies. The chocolate chip cookies that Princess have are amazing. Where are you and what time is it? It is, I don't know what time it is. Let's have a look. 5. It is 5, and I'm in Southampton, and I think we're sailing away imminently. So we will see. Emerald is 16 years old. She is 16 years old, yes. But the princess ships feel very, very alike to each other. Clearly, they've done things like upgrade these TVs and stuff. Thank you for my super chat. Did you ever go on the TUI Spirit? I didn't. I've done all of the Morella fleet that they have at the minute, but I never did Spirit. I never did whatever the other one is. Nah. Ian, hello Ian. He says like people, like. That would be very, very good. Yes, please, if you could do that. Samuel is cruising on Celebrity Beyond. Amazing. If you check out Cruise Boys channel, they know about Beyond. A Mediterranean cruise, I would need to know where you're going to know what excursions to do, more than just Eastern Med, but I would say you don't need to do any excursions. As a rule, in the Mediterranean, you can do anything by yourself. The public transport's pretty good. It's pretty easy. Of course, that's generalizing, but I don't normally do any excursions if I do Mediterranean cruises. Ooh, Andrew won a free Mediterranean cruise with Virgin going in October. Yes, they do give away a lot of cruises, Virgin. I see this all the time for travel agents and stuff. Good for them. Good for them. Is the captain a broadcaster? I mean, his job is to broadcast all of these things across the ship, so kind of. John says, getting seasick from all the chats flying by. Me too, and I have to speak at the same time. Oh, Rebecca's booked first cruise and embarking next week because of your videos. Oh, I am so excited for you. That is so cool. Have a fantastic time. Cruise Boys Beyond review is out tomorrow, 6 p.m. British summertime. Yes, very exciting. Very, very, very cool. Edward says, which port city do you prefer sailing from, Southampton or Dover? It doesn't really make a huge difference to me. You know, I'm on the coast anyway. Southampton, Dover, so it doesn't make a big difference. Most cruise ships sail from Southampton, though. That is our biggest port here in the UK. It is described often as Southampton brackets London, that is a joke. It is not London. But yeah, there's just less cruises that go from Dover, but it's fairly easy to go from there. Lots of fans of Emerald Princess. I think it's one of these ships that, you know, feels quite like home, or as I would say, feels homely, but that means a different thing in the US. Will you be waving at the Solent ship's camera when you leave? I don't know where it is, but I will try. I will try my best. I need one of the Cruise Monkeys giant foam hands that they have to wave, but I will do my best. What is the name of the cruise so I can look it up? It's just British Isles, Emerald Princess. Type in Emerald Princess and today's date, and you will see it. It will say not available, of course, but yeah, it'll be there. Been binge watching cruise reviews. It's a fun kind of rabbit hole to fall down, and you can end up in some really weird places, I find. Over 700 viewers. Wow. It's the captain that brought those in. You know, we hover around 500 when it's me, and the captain did a speech for a good 5 minutes. And then everyone stuck around. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. George says, who is your cruise director? I don't know yet. I do not know. We will find out. We'll find out. I will say I don't think from memory, the Princess cruise directors aren't quite as in your face as Royal Caribbeans. Royal Caribbeans, you see them everywhere. On Princess, not so much. So we will see. We will see. Did you enjoy the Pirates of the Caribbean movies when you were younger on a cruise ship? I don't know. I've probably seen them once in my entire life. Solent camera is on the starboard side, currently looking at the bow. Interesting. Well, when I get off of this live stream, I'll look at that live stream and then try and go to a place where I can be in the live stream. Does that make sense? Like when we start sailing away, because that channel normally live streams as we go for quite a long time. So we will see. Not sailed away yet. Not sailed away yet. Lines going now. Yeah, I feel things moving. So in a little minute, yeah. Can you feel the? You can't feel the vibrations, but I was thinking you can maybe see them. Has the sun come out? No, it has definitely not come out. Yeah, favorite cruise director was Joff on Independence of the Seas. I'm guessing it was the same Joff that was on Anthem of the Seas. I can't imagine there's too many Joffs that are cruise directors on Royal Caribbean, but he was great. He was brilliant. Yes. Good luck on Guernsey. Been lucky every time, says David. That is amazing. Amazing. Never made it. Never. Yes. Oh my goodness. Will you show us the sail away? I'm not going to stream outside because I need the, I'm not taking my laptop outside. I need the internet in one place. As soon as I move, it just drops out. So yes. My dad's here watching the live stream. Love the new hairdo. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes. I am planning on still doing for the Patreons on the higher tiers, we do a Zoom call on the last Sunday of every month, and I'm planning on still doing it from the ship. So if you are on those higher Patreon tiers, should be at the normal time. You'll find the link in the normal place, and fingers crossed it'll work. But if not, I'll just come in with audio or something. I'll do my best. I'll do my best. Yeah, favorite cruise director is Lee. Yes, I don't know. We will see. Oh, yes. Make sure you eat the pizzeria. Absolutely. Alfredo's Pizza, the best. Absolutely the best. Have you put your phone in airplane mode? Not yet, because we're still in port. But I will sort it out. Do not you worry. Yes, I do have Wi-Fi, so in theory. Oh, I think we're moving. I think we're further away than we were earlier. I think it is probably time for me to end this live stream. But yeah, I will probably go somewhere where I can be seen by a live stream camera. So I'll do my best. Solent Ships will be streaming, always streaming. I did a kind of a stream with them once, and we talked as Iona sailed away, which was really nice. But yeah, I'll go outside somewhere and I'll try and wave. We will see. Yes. Sorry, Francisco, a few minutes late, but made it. We're just ending the stream. We are sailing away right now, and I'm going to lose my internet. Thank you so much for joining me for this live stream. I'm going to try and maybe do the live stream like normal next week. I don't know. I'll still be on this cruise, but I will keep you up to date, and we will see what happens. I think we've got quite long days on this cruise, so it should still be in port, in the evenings. So we will see. Wave a towel at Solent Ships. I think that would look like I'm surrendering or something. Yeah, a couple of lines left. Interesting. Things are definitely happening. So I'm going to head off. I'm on 4G. I'm not on the ship's Wi-Fi. The ship's Wi-Fi is worse than the 4G. So I'm using 4G. But I'll be keeping you all up to date. If you're not following me on Instagram, that's kind of a good place to see the daily stuff. And then, of course, let me know if you have any questions about Princess, about the places we're going. And then I will put together a review when I get back. Thank you so much for joining me for this live stream. I'm just glad that this worked. It's nice to see you all, not that I can see you. And I will see you soon. Goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye. Oh, thanks, Jim, for my super chat. Just got it in there. Have a drink or something to eat. Thank you very much. I will. And Alan's a new member. Thank you so much. I'll see you on the inside, Alan. Bye, everybody. Bye, bye, bye.